All right, everybody, let's get started. Welcome, everyone, to the stream. Today is Wednesday, August 4th, 2021. I am DSP. I welcome you here to a full and fun day of gameplay streaming. This should be a really good day, I feel. Good stuff coming up all day long. Like, the schedule is actually a really good one that I'm looking forward to. It's a good way to start the week as well. So I'm feeling good, man. I'm feeling excited for being here today. I hope you guys are pumped like me for a day full of fun gameplay streams. So, got a lot to talk about today. But some of it's not so good, some of it is very good. First of all, thank you everyone. I hope you all had a great day off yesterday. Yesterday was my day off from streaming. Normally when people have a day off from work, what they do is they relax, they do fun stuff. Yeah, yesterday was pretty much the complete opposite for me. Without revealing too much personal information, because sadly, every single piece of personal information that I reveal to the internet is somehow twisted in a negative way to hurt myself and my family, and obviously that's not what I want to happen, okay? Basically, American healthcare kind of screwed us over yesterday. We had things to do in regards to American healthcare, and because of issues with insurance being taken, not being taken at certain places, we ended up running around, I'm not kidding, more than half of yesterday. When normally our day off would be, okay, we have certain errands we run, but then we spend the other half of the day doing fun stuff, having, restful time together at home. It was the complete opposite. We were like going from place to place to place to place, trying to find someone who would help us. It was a nightmare. Okay? And for those of you who don't live in the United States, I'm not here to tell you whether or not your healthcare system is better or worse than ours here, because personally, I don't know what you guys have. I've heard that some places that have universal healthcare, it's good, and some places are terrible. Some people really like the universal healthcare, some people hate it, and say that like there's insane wait lists and everything. All I know is every single time that I get involved with healthcare, it's a nightmare for me. Every effing time. I mean, if you guys remember, here's something that I could have told you, or that you already know, so it won't reveal anything personal. Last year, I had a series of ear infections, okay? And I wanted help figuring out what the hell was going on, because I was using medicine to make them go away, but they would come back. So eventually, I after no lie, 6 to 7 months of having ongoing ear infections, I was finally granted a referral from an emergency visit that I had to go to, drive an hour to go to this place for an emergency visit, just for the guy to tell you, yeah, I confirmed you have an ear infection. I'm like, no shit, I wasn't making it up for 7 months. He finally gives me a referral to go to a specialist, okay? I get the referral to go to the specialist. The specialist tells me there's no appointment for 2.5 months. That's the earliest they could possibly schedule me. I'm like, so what am I supposed to do if I get an ear infection in the next 2.5 months, right? And what if I never get an ear infection again, because in 2.5 months my body clears it out? What's the point of the visit? And that's how American healthcare is. It's like, you cannot get help right away for anything unless you're like in a dying situation. You know what I mean? Like, if your leg was hanging off, you go to the hospital and they'll put it back on. But outside of that, any ongoing illness, chronic illness, sickness, they don't care. They put you into a fucking giant wait list. And you might say, well, oh, that's not so bad. That's how it is in my country too. The difference is, here in America, we're paying tons of fucking money for that level of healthcare. I pay $300 a month for health insurance, and every single thing that I get in American healthcare, I have to do a copay. If I visit a doctor, I pay them. If I get medication, I pay them. So I just want you to think about that. Every year, I'm spending probably around $4,000 to $5,000 out of my pocket for healthcare, and I can't get good healthcare. It's just not possible. They don't give it to me. Okay, so it's pretty fucking frustrating. And yesterday was like the straw that broke the camel's back, when my wife and I are forced to spend half of our day wasting time driving in circles, no one helping us. It was not good. And we're pretty upset about it, and we're pretty frustrated about it. It's not even resolved. That's the worst part too, is spending more than half your day off on something like that, and it's not even resolved yet. Excuse me. We might have to, at some point in the next week, take time away. I might have to cancel a stream. She might have to take time off of work to try to go out of our way, because we couldn't get our anything resolved yesterday on our day off. And this is the problem with only having one day off a week. Is that when you only have the one day off, it's not necessarily enough time to solve all the problems that you have, you know? It's frustrating when this is it. This is our one day off to do it. Well, drive around in circles all day, and by the way, not resolved by the end of the day. So you wasted your day, and you didn't get any resolution. Wow, I feel really good now about the American healthcare system, right? I just feel so positive. Unbelievable. So anyway, guys, that was my day yesterday. And then on top of all of that, okay, my day wasn't over because, as I've told you guys, today there is going to be a change to the stream. I have not given you any kind of a hint on what it is, but there is a change to my streams moving forward, and I feel it's going to be a positive change, and I feel that it's going to be something that will benefit the streams. Probably not in a huge way, but it will definitely be a positive thing. But when I came home from running around all day, being frustrated as hell, then I had to do some setup in the office for this. So I was like, oh, not only was I out from 10 in the morning until like 8 at night, but then I come home and now I have to do more work in the office. What a great day off, right? Unreal. So anyway, guys, it is what it is. I'm just bitching because you guys usually ask me, what did you do on your day off? That's what I did on my day off. I basically was frustrated all day, and it sucks. Now, eventually, I would like to have 2 days off a week. My wife is very frustrated. She's like, I really wish you had 2 days off a week, because then we would have another day off to spend and not feeling like we wasted our whole day off, and now I don't even get to hang out with you again, you know, for another week. I agree. Eventually, I would like to get there. Right now, we're not in that position. In fact, it's the opposite. As you guys know, ever since I lost my partnership on Twitch, things have been incredibly tight. This month is probably going to be no exception. You know, the next week, every dollar that I raise via tips is going towards bills. After that, I have to raise funds for my mortgage. You know, it's like every month is going to be the same now until I get to a point where the income I'm making through YouTube streaming is at least close to what I was making over on Twitch. It's always going to be the same thing every month, and there's just no way I can control that or fix it. But it is what it is. I'm not going to sit here and bitch about it all day, all right? I wish I had 2 days off with my wife. I don't. I can't take another day off right now. I need to be here 6 days a week full time to make ends meet and pay everything. So it is what it is. No, see, 2 Block 2 is the mortgage not part of your bills? I consider my mortgage separate from my regular bills. My regular bills are things such as my car payment, my condo dues payment, my utilities, my internet payment, stuff like that. Then I consider my mortgage a big giant payment, you know, of the month. And then there's my back taxes payment. That's another big giant payment. See, in my mind, they're categorized differently. Yes, of course, my mortgage is a bill, but it's categorized differently in my head based on when it's due and the size of the payment and shit like that. Okay? So anyway, guys, how about this? Instead of delaying and making you guys hang by the edge of your seats, wondering what is the change, what is the thing that's going on, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to be nice to you, and I'm just going to show you up front. I've even prepared something for you. All right? You guys ready? All right, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, hi, how you doing? Well, what a dramatic change. I hope you guys are now used to this change. This is a humongous change. As you can see, things barely changed at all. I'll tell you the story, but ladies and gentlemen, you probably can't really see it behind me, but I do have a new chair for streaming for the long term. And instead of just showing you this, because this is a very poor way to show this to you, I will actually show you a slideshow. You ready? Here you go. So yesterday I built this thing, and this is a chair that I will now be using, you know, moving forward here on the streams. And I'll give you some details. Without giving you specifics about the chair, I will give you some details. So over the course of the last month, 2 months, people have been very, very generous, as you guys know. A fan donated an Xbox Series X, and then another fan donated a new laptop. Okay? And amidst all of these things that have been happening, a few more people have actually contacted me behind the scenes and said, hey, Phil, we want to help you out in other ways, okay? Now, one of the ways people have contacted me, they're like, man, we'd like to get you a new webcam and maybe a green screen setup. And as much as I appreciate that offer, I explained to it was actually more than one person actually offered that. I told them, listen, sadly, it's not really viable. Okay, and here's why it's not viable. Right now, when I'm streaming, okay, my setup is getting my CPU somewhat times upwards of 80 to 90% CPU usage, doing 1080p 60 frames per second. The reason for that is because my computer's 7+ years old. This is not a top-of-the-line computer anymore. It can't really handle, everything's changed. The capture technology has changed in the last 7 years. I'm using an external capture card from 8 years ago. Okay, all my equipment is outdated, and there's no way I'd be able to add a higher resolution camera to my mix because already I'm maxing out the quality. Or excuse me, maxing out the CPU use with the quality I'm using. This is why some people have said, Phil, why don't you up your webcam to like 1080p? This is why. Okay? So that being said, even if I wanted to upgrade my webcam or use a green screen or do all those things, I really can't do it unless I upgrade my whole setup, meaning my PC. And that, I feel, is going to be something that's a long ways off, especially with everyone knows the climate of PCs right now, because no one can get graphics cards, because the processors are not available for these things and everything, because of the world and COVID and the way everything is. Likely, I'm not going to be getting a new PC for an extended period of time. Okay? And there's nothing I can really do about that. All right? There's nothing I can do about that at all. I wish that things were different. It's not. All right? So unless a miracle happens, likely I'm not getting a new PC for a while, and there's nothing I can do about it. Okay? So that being said, the other thing that I really needed badly, as I talked about earlier this year, is a new chair, because I used to sit on a love seat, and that love seat, immediately I had regret within the first year of using it here in the office when I moved here in 2014. That love seat was not good for gaming. It didn't give me any back support. It didn't basically give me any support. After like a year, it all wore out. It was like squishy cushions. And I was like surprised, because that was a very expensive love seat. I bought it from like a high-end store. And that thing just wore out right the fuck away. Seriously. So, that being said, I needed a change, and I knew it for years and years and never really had an opportunity to do anything. Last year, the straw broke the camel's back when I basically was hurting my back every day sitting on that damn thing. So my wife and I pulled it out of this room and tossed in the brown chair. Now, for those who don't know, the brown chair is a chair that I had for the longest time. Okay? That thing was sitting around ever since I had my condo in Connecticut way back when in 2009. Okay? It was a chair my parents bought for me from a discount furniture store. And it literally went unused unless someone like John Rambo would come over to do co-op, or if my friends would come over to play some Street Fighter, then it would get used. But outside of that, I never sat in the thing. It just kind of sat in the corner of my condo back in Connecticut unused. So essentially, it felt like a new chair. And I thought, oh, here's a good idea. Since I don't have any means to really get a better chair right away, I'll use that brown chair. Well, I'd say it worked for about a month, and then the cushion started to wear out. And the truth is, yeah, that thing wore out fast, because it's a discount chair. It's not a chair meant to be used, 8 to 10 hours a day sitting around in it for extended periods of time. It's supposed to be a chair that, like, you're barely using. And so, using that chair for a year now, because it actually was September of last year when we got rid of the love seat, it wasn't the best thing. Let's put it that way. It definitely was better than sitting on the love seat, but at the same time, again, it had no back support, nothing. So like I told you guys earlier this year, I said, man, I would really like to get a new chair. That's one of my goals for the year. And my goal was to get a new chair, new laptop, and all this stuff to upgrade my equipment. And then, what happened with the Twitch thing and everything. And I am so grateful that you guys have been helping me out, because, again, this chair, I didn't buy it. I didn't have money for it. A fan behind the scenes had contacted me and said, I'd like to help you out, but what's the next thing that you would need? I said, definitely a chair. Like, the chair would be the next thing, absolutely, that I need. And so, this is no lie. This person and I went back and forth for about a week looking at different chairs online. We looked at gamer chairs. We looked at office chairs. We looked at actually chairs that don't even have, like, it doesn't even look like an office chair, like a chair that just kind of like, it's upholstered chairs and stuff. The thing is, to get a new chair, I had to get one that's Jasper proof. Okay? What does that mean? It means I could not get a chair that had any kind of leather or fake leather, because I can tell you guys, My wife had a fake leather, inexpensive office chair in the room across the hallway. And in the first year that we had Jasper, that chair was absolutely destroyed by his claws. It's in pieces. There's foam everywhere. Like, he would jump on the chair when she was playing games and just immediately attach to it and freaking tear it up. So I knew that I could not get a chair that had leather or fake leather because his claws would absolutely destroy it. So there was a lot of factors involved. I wanted a chair that was comfortable. I wanted a chair that actually had real lumbar support. Not one of these fucking chairs that pretends like it has lumbar support, but it's not, because it's a fucking rip-off gamer chair that has some kind of bullshit sponsorship or something attached to it, and it's a low-quality piece of shit. It took a week. I basically went through a ton of different chairs, looking at different options and things. And finally, after a week of going back and forth with this particular person, this chair, and by the way, one thing I definitely have to tell you guys, okay? If you're looking to do an important purchase on Amazon.com, okay, I strongly recommend you do not go by star ratings. Instead, you have to read the comments that people leave, because there were so many chairs that I was looking at that was like, oh, 4.5 out of 5 stars. And then I look at the comments, it's like, yeah, this chair was good for the first 3 months, then all the upholstery fell apart, and the chair's a piece of garbage. What a waste of money. Don't buy it. You see? What a lot of people tend to do, they'll buy a chair, immediately review it well, and then the thing doesn't last or has an issue. Some people were like, yeah, I bought a chair, immediately the thing broke, the hydraulics, so now I can't lift my chair anymore. So that's what I mean. Like, you cannot trust that shit. You just can't. What you have to do is you have to go and actually read all the comments that people leave, and then you'll get an idea of what that chair actually is. There were so many chairs I almost said, oh, I like that one, we should get that one, and it ended up being a piece of shit because I read the comments. Okay? So, this chair is kind of like the best of all worlds. Allow me to explain. All right? First of all, it is an office-style chair. This is not a gamer chair. It's never even been sold as a gamer chair. It's basically advertised as like deluxe office chair. If you're someone who sits in an office extended periods of time doing stuff and you're stationary, you can't move, this is the chair for you, because it has real lumbar support. That cushion you see there is actually memory foam, and it's not one of these shitty little ones. It's actually very thick and dense. I'm leaning against it right now. It's giving me tons of lumbar support. It's very, very strong. And then that head cushion can either be used upper back, or if you actually want to like lean back further to relax, you can pull it up and it goes behind your neck. So it has a dual use kind of neck cushion. And again, the neck cushion is thick and dense, not like the one on that shitty ass, fake ass gamer chair that I have. That thing may not even exist. It has zero support at all. Okay. Now, also, this particular chair, okay, has a really cool feature. You can't see it right now. When you look at the pictures here, you're going to notice it doesn't look like a typical chair because it kind of bends and goes down all the way to the ground, right? This chair reclines and has a leg rest. Essentially, what I do is there's a lever, and I pull it. I'll pull it right now. I can't show you because the camera won't pan down. But it goes up. It elevates you. Whoop, my table's in the way. And it's going to take me a while to figure out the spacing I need to use this thing. Because, I'm not, for the first day I'm using it, and I'm going to have to get used to having the table and everything around me in the right positions, okay? But basically, it picks my legs up. Just like a what do you call it? A chair that you would get for your living room, where the legs kick up and you can relax your legs, elevated. This chair does that. It doesn't kick them all the way straight up, but it has some elevation. So, for example, when I'm playing Street Fighter, it's going to give me actually lap support. I can put the joystick right on my lap and play with extra support instead of having to have my legs to the ground. It actually is going to help me with games like that. And in addition, if I'm playing like, oh man, my legs feel tired or whatever, you can just push this up and it gives you, stretch your legs, give you extra circulation essentially. Is it a recliner? Is that what they call it? Or a lazy boy? I guess that's what you could call it. Yeah, like a recliner or a lazy boy. Now also, this chair is actually meant to be a relaxation chair. And what I mean by that is it actually does recline. It has 5 different settings that it can bend back and recline. Not that I'm ever going to be using that during a live stream, but if I ever wanted to take a nap, like let's say I go on break, oh man, I really just want to lean back and relax, I can actually just have the chair recline, and just lean back and actually relax in that way. Okay. So the other thing, it does have 2 cup rests. They're not great, I'll be honest. They're not very deep. Like, for example, I'll show you here. This here, a big chunky seltzer bottle like I use, actually fits perfectly into the cup rest securely. It doesn't move at all. But this here, my thermos where I put water, it's not thick enough to really hold, so it kind of moves. And already I was like knocking it over and it was falling off the thing. So I would think that like for big chunky bottles like I've been drinking seltzer recently, that'll work fine. But they're kind of for show. I don't realistically see myself using the cup rests that much or anything. So, and it's nice. Like I tell you right now, it's soft fabric. Okay, it's not leather pleather. It's all upholstered soft fabric, and there's foam, memory foam under all of it. So it's actually really high quality. I used to go to Fry's. Okay, now Fry's was an electronics store. They went out of business last year during the whole pandemic. But I used to go to Fry's and they had a whole gamer chair section. I never saw a chair like this there. It was always the fucking, stupid overpriced bullshit. I never actually found a chair that you sit down and it's like, wow, the lumbar support's so good on my lower back. And it feels so comfortable because it's upholstered fabric and everything instead of just, cheap shit. That's what all those chairs are. They're cheap shit. And this one is not. This one's actually made of quality stuff. All right? So you may notice that the camera looks a little different. And the reason the camera looks different is the chair is slightly higher than what my brown chair was. But not that much. So you can see the memory foam. It's not memory foam. The soundproofing foam behind me looks different. It's because the camera had to be elevated and kind of re-angled a little bit. But, now when I look here, I could, take a look at everything you guys are saying and doing. Update, just rotate right over here. Here I go with my gaming. And in fact, it has pouches on the side to store stuff. So I got my my Xbox Series X controller right here next to me. And since it's batteries, it doesn't need to be charged. I can put it right into the pouch and store it there and just grab it whenever I'm going to play my Xbox Series X. It's pretty cool. I like it. Of course, I need to get used to the setup now. The thing is, I'm taller now, like I'm higher up. So now actually, when I'm typing on this keyboard to update the leaderboards, it'll actually be more natural. It'll feel like I'm just typing normally than when I used to have to be like reaching up to type and stuff. Same thing here, typing on this to talk to you guys in the chat is easier because I'm higher up now. So that's good. Actually, the posture is better. The freaking lumbar support is good. Everything's good about this chair so far. And that's the thing that I have to urge people to. You have to understand something. Just because it's good today doesn't mean it's good 3 months from now. We'll see, because this is my chair right now. This is the only chair I have. This is the chair I'm using. We'll see how long it lasts. Hopefully it's a durable chair that'll last me years and years. That would be great. But, by the way, to the person who donated it, thank you so much. I needed one very badly. This was the next immediate need that I had for my setup, was to get something that was going to give me back support and was going to give me the ease of use that I need. I didn't have that with the Love Seat. I had no ease of use at all because I couldn't even move. With that brown chair, that thing was so low to the ground, it had no support at all anywhere. Now I'm actually getting full lumbar back support when I just lean back like this to game. So this is good stuff. And hopefully this is going to be better for posture, circulation, everything, So thank you to the person who donated it. And, I really do appreciate it. Now, of course, someone already said, so what is the next thing priority-wise for upgrades for you? Because now you've had a ton. Now you got the Xbox Series X, right? Now you got a new laptop and you got a chair. Honestly, there really is nothing else that could really be upgraded outside of the PC. Once I get a brand new PC, all right, that's modern shit inside of it, and a new way to capture, except that this external card can only do 1080p 60 frames. That's the limitation. So because of that, because it doesn't even take in higher resolution, I'm not able to game at a higher resolution. Even though my TV could game at 4K, I can't. I'm stuck, okay? And so it is what it is. I don't foresee getting a new PC anytime soon. I would guess until the pandemic shortages are over, which could be another 2 years, likely I'm not getting any PC or anything like that. You know what I mean? Like, it's just not going to be possible. So I'm just going to have to deal with what I got and keep going through, putting up with it, right? And nothing else I can do. So just to let you guys know, don't ask for green screen or new webcam. I can't. My CPU is going up to like 80-90%, half the time when I'm playing games. If I were to increase my webcam quality, that would be the end. The whole stream would crash. And no, see, I knew this would happen. Can you tell us where you got it? Can you tell us the name of the chair? Can you tell us how much it was? Can you tell us this or that? Hold on. Ah, see? Ah, I needed to reposition this webcam. Hold on a second. This is what I wanted to do. I'm glad that I had an opportunity to do this. No, I'm not going to tell you any of that information whatsoever. There we go. I'm not doing that. And here's why. Number one, because I didn't buy it. Right? I did not buy it. So it's no one's business to know what chair it is, or it's no one's business to know how much was spent on it, because it was donated. Okay? Someone said, well, why were you looking on Amazon if it was donated? Because the person who wanted to get it for me wanted to get me something good and didn't want to just buy something that ended up being not good and wasting money. So we looked at chairs together for a week, back and forth. They would send me a listing. I would go through them all. I would look, send them some. We went back and forth for like a week with the chairs, trying to figure it out till we finally found the best one. Okay? So that's what. I'm not going to be blowing up someone else's spot who wanted to be nice to me and get me a nice chair. The chair could have been $100. The chair could have been $10,000. I'm not going to tell you what it was because it's none of your business. That's the truth. It's absolutely none of your business. But the Dirty Troll just did a super chat. Says, can you at least tell us your social security number? All right, at least I'll tell you that. It's 123456789. So there you go. Yes. Thank you. Thank you for asking. Now you can go do with that as you will, because it's definitely my social security number. Okay? Okay. So anyway, my friends, good stuff. A good improvement. Will it improve the quality of the streams? Well, visually, no. As you can see, here's the thing. If you're wondering, the past couple days I've been saying, oh, there might be changes to the stream, and you guys are probably like, well, there's no changes. You look the same. There technically is. Like, the camera's definitely repositioned. You can see the memory foam. I keep saying memory foam because there's memory foam in the chair. The soundproofing foam behind me is different position now. You see that? The camera's completely kind of repositioned from where it used to be. But I didn't know how tall this chair was. So I thought maybe it would be, like, much taller and, like, the camera would be way up. So I thought maybe you wouldn't even see any wall or anything behind me. I had no clue how it was going to look until I built the thing. So I didn't know how dramatically it was going to actually change the setup of the streams or anything like that, okay? So it is what it is. I didn't necessarily promise you guys the world or whatever, because I didn't know what was going to happen, but this chair seems good, and I would say, at least for health purposes, this is going to be much better. Like, right now, I'm sitting up. I'm not sitting all the way back. I'm sitting up, and I still have full lumbar support in this chair. I'm like, oh, it feels good, man. That seriously feels really good. And I agree, Swaggins. He says, I like the color combination. There were a few different, like, versions, and this one was the fully upholstered one. It feels so good, man. So, it's good stuff. And the thing is, again, if Jasper comes in here and jumps on this chair, which likely he's going to, it's going to be impossible. He used to jump on every chair I've ever sat on. This chair is cloth. He could stick his claws in it, it ain't going to destroy the chair. You know what I'm saying? So it's good. I mean, it's not going to last forever, but at least it's going to last longer than if I got one of the million pleather chairs that are out there, and likely would have just fallen right apart. Okay? Now, here's the thing, guys. There's going to be a million idiots trying to figure out what the chair is. I don't care if they do or not. I really don't. I don't care if they do or not. It has nothing to do with me or my streams. If they want to figure it out, they can figure it out, because they're a bunch of morons with conspiracy theories and too much time on their hands. So likely they'll be posting up multiple chair models, say, this is the one Phil got, here it is, and it's this much money. It doesn't matter. I didn't buy it anyway. So, it has nothing to do with me, but let them do their conspiracy horse shit. I don't give a fuck. I'm just happy. I have a nice chair now. It's comfortable. What I would say is there's going to probably be some adjustments soon. Oh, excuse me. What I mean by that is I have to get used to it. Like, I have to get used to the positioning of everything. I have to get used to the positioning of the headphones, where they are if I'm not going to be having them on my head. I need to find a way to, like, position them so I could still hear. And the keyboards and everything. Like, everything right now is kind of, like, at a good place, but I have to see if this is utility-wise. All right. I have to see if everything is like at a good position or whatever. Okay, so we'll see. And of course, you guys know I'm an honest guy. I'll let you guys know over the next couple of months as I'm using this thing for all of our gaming streams and everything. I'll let you know how it's feeling and how it's going and go from there. All right. Hopefully, it's a good chair that lasts long and ends up being, you know, good quality. So, all right, guys. So, by the way, you know what this also means? This means now I'm going to have to find that brown chair artwork in the rotation, and I'm going to have to remove it. Because there's definitely a piece of artwork in my pre-stream that's the brown chair, but I don't remember where it is. I'll have to get it later. Okay. Ooh, excuse me. Eternal Napalm says, lumbar support feels great the older I get. Yeah, it's true. When you're young and everything, you know, you don't really think about that kind of shit. But now that I'm getting older, like, man, this is lumbar support. I've never had a chair, even including when I used to have chairs at my old office job and stuff, I never had a chair that gave me constant good lumbar support like this. This is like a really high quality cushion in the lower back, and it's giving me tons of support right now. It feels good. So, what are the pills next to my keyboard? That's the bubbles. That's the bubbles that I blow on stream that I rarely use these days, but I just left them there. The blue. What, do you really think that pills come in a sky blue bottle? Of course not. That's freaking bubbles. Okay. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm pumped. I'm excited. What are we doing today? We're doing Fallout New Vegas. We're continuing on right where we left off. We're going to be doing companion missions today. The companion mission, we're going to start off with Eddie and see which one, you know, what we want to do with him. And then we're going to try to find ways to trigger the other companion missions. Now, someone had sent me an email previously with a lot of, you know, information about that. I saved the email, but now I got to find it. This is the problem. Sadly, this is the problem. When you get hundreds of emails a day, even if you save the important ones and you try to find them later, oh, fuck. Where is it? So, we'll see what I can do here. Yeah, I saved emails here, but let's see if I can even find it. I don't even see it here, which is stupid because I know for a fact. Oh, here it is. I found it. Here we are. Follower missions. Here it is. Ah, okay. Yeah, here we go. So here are the follower missions for the followers I have right now. We could do all of these today, actually. Good. Okay, I found it. Excellent. So we may use this as a guide and do all the, follower missions. You know, that's some of the content that's meaningful in the game and unlocks new abilities for your followers. So I think that's what some of the stuff we should do today. We already did the one for Rex that gave him the robot brain, or the dog brain. So we're going to do Eddie, and then we're going to do the other followers that I have right now. Okay? Good stuff. So that's Fallout New Vegas. You know, New Vegas is always a chill, good time. We always have a lot of fun interacting, and there's always zany stuff that happens with how old the game is and wonky. So I'm very much looking forward to this stream. Later tonight, the late stream at 6:45 p.m. Pacific time is going to be more Microsoft Flight Simulator. And today we're starting off with Paris, France. Why are we starting off with Paris, France? Because I've got this new policy that whoever is the top contributor on a Microsoft Flight Simulator stream gets to choose where we go first the next stream. And the top contributor back on Sunday night chose Paris, France. So that's what we're starting off with tonight. And then after that, we'll just do some other good stuff, random stuff. Maybe just go random places on the globe, wherever. And the cool thing about this is, you know what I'm calling this chair? I'm officially calling this new chair the Captain's Chair. Because it kind of reminds me of a chair from, like, the Enterprise. Like, Star Trek. So it'll be cool, like, flying a plane all around the world while sitting in a chair that feels like a pilot's or captain's chair. It's pretty neat. So anyway, that's tonight, 6:45 p.m. It should be a great stream of Paris and other places in the captain's chair. Number one, engage. Make it so. Yes, I'm excited for that later tonight. Tomorrow, folks, on Thursday, the main gameplay stream is going to be more Microsoft Game Pass variety fun. What that means is that for the entirety of the main stream, we'll be playing 2 or 3 games. that we'll pick off of Game Pass and check them out live on the stream. Now, the purpose of this is to determine, are there any other games from Game Pass that maybe you guys would like to see on Saturday's marathon event? So far, the games that I'm planning on playing are as follows: The Medium, Halo Master Chief Collection, and PUBG. Those are the 3 that I feel I will play for about roughly an hour or so on Saturday's marathon stream. And then tomorrow, we're going to try to find a couple more games to play on that marathon stream. Okay? So that's good stuff. And I'm excited for that. But tomorrow will be a really fun, variety stream where we try different stuff and figure out what would fit on Saturday. Okay? Tomorrow night, Thursday night, is the actual conclusion. The actual conclusion of Mass Effect 3. Finally. I know. You guys don't want to see it anymore. I hear you. We're at the end. All we have to do to beat the game is the final push of combat, and then you basically get to the Citadel/Crucible, and then there's the final choices in the story. We get to see our ending, and that's the fucking end, finally, of Mass Effect 3. Okay? It's out of the rotation as of tomorrow night. We can all relax. It sucks because every time I play it now, all that happens is people complain, and like we get no contributions. It's just bad. All right? I'm happy that's finally going to end tomorrow night. Okay? Oh my god, excuse me. Tsunami Carl says PUBG and Halo seem too similar. So let me get this straight. A third-person, realistic battle royale game is too similar to a first-person competitive space shooter. Okay. Completely different genres, completely different styles of gameplay. Too similar. Okay then. Thanks for the input. Anyway, on Friday, will be more Fallout New Vegas on the main gameplay stream. And then Friday night will be our weekly throwback session to Street Fighter. And honestly, I'm excited for this because now, with this new chair, like I said, if I put up the footrest and I put the joystick on my lap, it may actually give me more support than I've ever had before playing Street Fighter in this office. So I'm actually really excited for that because it might be very comfortable and maybe even allow me to get even more, control and everything, which would be pretty sweet. I guess we'll find out. Okay? And then on Saturday, it is the big Game Pass Marathon event. So here's how it's going down, so you guys understand. First of all, it's starting the usual time, 10:45 a.m. Pacific time. It's going to feature a variety of games, likely 4 to 5 different games under Microsoft Game Pass. As I've already stated, The Medium, PUBG, and Halo Master Chief Collection are going to be 3 out of the 5 games. What are the other 2 games or so? I don't know yet. We're going to see tomorrow when we play what exactly we find, and maybe we'll find some more. Maybe I'll go back to Grounded. Remember I played Grounded and I really liked it, but we haven't, had a chance to go back. Maybe I'll do that instead. I don't know. We'll see, okay? But it's going to be a variety of games. Each game will likely be played for roughly an hour or longer, all right? Also, during the course of the stream, you guys are going to be able to help me determine what I want to order that morning for a live edition of Feasting with the King that will take place later in the day. Okay? Now, you guys didn't know this, but I'm going to tell you right now. The poll is already live. So you should run, not walk, over to the community tab right here on my DSP Gaming channel on YouTube. On that tab, the poll is currently live on the 3 kinds of cuisine that you guys can vote on to determine what we will be ordering live on Saturday for the marathon. The choices are as follows. Sonic fast food restaurants, which includes things like variations on burgers, hot dogs, interesting sides like tater tots and things like that, and also they have some pretty interesting drinks. Okay? The second option would be Thai cuisine. Now, Taiwanese food actually is pretty wide in the kind of stuff you can get. You can get like pad thai, which is this kind of noodles with peanuts and veggies and meat, or you can get certain fish dishes, or you can get spring rolls. Like, they have a million different things in Thai cuisine, all right? Or Filipino cuisine, okay? Now, Filipino cuisine is also very unique. From what I'm to understand, they have many different things, including their own specialty kinds of chicken preparations, soups, all kinds of interesting stuff, all right? Now, why did I choose these? because these are basically, did I say Taiwanese again? I meant to say Thai, not Taiwanese. I keep saying Taiwanese when I meant to say Thai, and that's incorrect. That's a cultural faux pas, and I must correct myself on the stream and slap myself in the face. Bad Phil. Bad Phil. Taiwanese and Thai are not the same. I feel bad when I keep saying Taiwanese when it's just Thai. I'm sorry about that. I apologize to anyone who actually is Thai and watches my streams. You guys probably want to punch me right in the fucking nuts, don't you? And I deserve it. I definitely deserve it because I'm stupid. Okay, let's continue. So, Sonic, Thai food, or Filipino food are the options. Why those three? Because I looked into it, and basically, I know I can order from Sonic. Okay? And I know that there's good Thai and Filipino restaurants around here that I can order from that would be pretty good. That's why. So, those are the three options. In fact, hold on a second here. Oh boy, hold on. There it is. I'm just basically confirming that everything is still available that I had found the other day. Why am I confirming? I'll tell you why. Because on some of these delivery apps, things change every effing day. It'll be like, oh, you can order from here, and you will, and then a week later, oh, I like this so much, I want to get it again. Oh, not eligible to be ordered anymore. What? That happened to Kat and I. We were ordering last year during the pandemic, we were ordering certain foods, and then all of a sudden, they're not eligible for delivery anymore. Can't order from that store anymore. Like, what the frick? So I'm just confirming right now. Yes. So basically, all three are available. This is good. So all three cuisines are available. No problem. Why no Azteca this time? Well, Turtle did a couple reasons. Number one, because Mexican food, I've had a lot of it, admittedly. Like, Azteca is my favorite Mexican restaurant out here, even though there's like 2 or 3 others that are really good. And I've had a ton of it. I feel like these cuisines, like Sonic, I've literally only eaten maybe like 3-4 times in my life. Thai food, I've probably only had like 2-3 times. And I've never had Filipino food at all. So no matter what gets chosen for this episode of Feasting with the King, it's actually going to be something completely unique that's like almost like a fresh first-time perspective. Mexican food, I've had a lot of. Not to say that I couldn't order something off of a Mexican food menu that I've never had, because I certainly could, but I felt like these would be better choices for us to do, okay? So that's why. Now, I'm not saying that Mexican won't be on the menu. In fact, I'll tell you this. And moving forward, when we try some of these cuisines, like let's say, for example, Filipino food gets chosen this time, well, it ain't going to be eligible for the next marathon, so what I'll probably do is put in a new cuisine. It could be Mexican, and if that's the case, you see what I mean, then somewhere like Azteca or whatever would be eligible, you see? So I just wanted to pick the 3 best from, for now, that are the most unique. And then we'll go from there, because there's tons of cuisine. There's Mediterranean cuisine out here. There is Mexican cuisine. There's like barbecue style stuff that you can get from certain places out here. There's a lot of different cuisines you can get. So don't worry if this isn't cuisine that's to your liking. There will be more coming forth in the future. All right. Fair enough. Okay. So anyway, please vote right now on the community tab of DSP Gaming for the kind of cuisine you would like to see on Feasting with the King on Saturday. I'm excited to see what you guys vote for. And thanks for participating. The more input I get, the better it gets, right? Very nice. Is there authentic Italian cuisine? Not really. There are 2 restaurants around here that do, I would say, the best Italian around. Neither of them are deliverable. They're too far away. Which sucks. Like, Italian food is very rare out here. Very rare. So. Okay, good stuff. So, guys, that's the deal now. One other thing. If you would please direct your attention to the top of your screens, you will notice that there is a total members of 235 out of 275 goal for the month of August. Our goal for the month of August is to hit 275 concurrent members. And I'll be honest with you guys, the fact that now I'm doing Game Pass variety stuff, the fact that we're moving on from the same ongoing shit that I've been doing for 2 months, the fact that we've got multiple new releases this month, including Hades and 12 Minutes and the Ghost of Tsushima expansion, and then Psychonauts 2 at the end of the month, I feel we can hit that goal. I'm feeling positive that we can hit 275 members by the end of this month. What do you get if you become a member? You get a highlighted name in Stream Chat. You get a cool chat crown badge next to your name to show how long you've been a supporter of the channel. You get access to all of the emotes, including 19 different ones now. And when we hit 250 members, another one will be added. So there'll be a total of 20 and growing. And you don't have to abide by the slow mode rules of the chat. You can talk as much as you want, and you don't have to wait the 10 seconds or so that everyone else has to follow. Okay? So there are many, many reasons to become a channel member here on DSP Gaming. Okay? It helps me out if you become a channel member. And if we hit 275 total members this month, we're going to be doing another celebratory marathon event. You guys will be able to help me determine what it'll be. It could be an Indies marathon. It could be a Rageathon. It could be another retrospective marathon. Or we could do another Game Pass marathon. And during that event, there will be another episode of Feasting with the King. That'll be episode 3. But we got to make it happen, guys. So please, if you're not a channel member yet, please consider joining. So many benefits that you get. Right now, we got over 350 people on the stream and only 235 members. That means over 100 you are not members. What are you doing? What are you thinking? Come on, man. Get in on it. Get in on it, man. Okay. Outside of that, folks, as you guys know, I'm an independent content creator. All right? I'm someone who does not have any sponsorships or partnerships with anyone. All of my income is coming out of this channel. Whether it's the little bit of ad revenue that I make on these streams and videos, but mostly it's your crowdfunding that supports me and allows me to do what I love for a living. Okay? So that means your contributions during the live streams keep me afloat, and I really appreciate that. In particular, we're now in a new month, and within the first 2 weeks of the month is when most of my large bills are due. I don't get paid by YouTube until the 21st of this month, so that means all of your tips right now are going towards bills. Just this morning, I paid my car payment. Coming up, I got condo dues, internet bills, and my mortgage. So, if you like my streams, if you enjoy this content, and you want to go above and beyond being just a standard stream viewer and contribute, please do if it is within your means to do so. How can you contribute? Well, I've already mentioned becoming a channel member. That's one way. You could do a super chat or a super sticker. If you do those, you'll get like a nice pop-up in the stream chat to show that you contributed, and I'll give you a shout-out. Or you could tip me. Matter of factly, tipping me is the best way to contribute. Reason being, when you tip me, I get those funds immediately. That's something that I can put towards something that I need right away. These bills coming up this month, if you tip me, that's what those tips are going towards, the bills. All right? So, please consider tipping me. How do you do that? You can look at the description of this stream or type !tip into the stream chat, and that'll bring up a link, okay? What are the rewards for tipping? Well, if we raise $50 in total tips on a stream, I'll put on my Gunner glasses. If we raise $100 in tips, I will put on a vest of your choice. Today, the choices are very diverse, so get ready for this. We're hitting the reset button for today. I'm doing all the fan favorites. Are you ready for this? Listen up. The vests eligible today are as follows. The red, the platinum, the denim, and the gold. That is all the freaking vests you guys like the most. So I don't even know what you guys would vote for when you get all the options, all the best, most demanded vests. That's going to be interesting, okay? And then, if we do hit the full tips goal of $150, I'll put on my cowboy hat. Now, I've told you guys I am seeking to maybe have a variety of hats to wear on my streams, okay? Right now, I just have the cowboy hat. I was going to originally try to look for hats, but yesterday ended up being such a stressful day for me and my wife, we had zero time to actually look for anything. Sucks. So, I will commit to you this, okay? A long term, I definitely want to look for hats. I definitely want to look for new hats for the streams. I have a few ideas. In fact, I had a fan of mine who actually contacted me behind the scenes, said, hey, here's a few ideas for hats if you ever, you have the ability to maybe take a look. And I actually liked some of the hats the person sent me. I was like, wow, those actually look pretty good. Those would be pretty cool for stream. But right now, I didn't have time. It was such a crazy, stressful day yesterday, all right? For now, it's going to be the cowboy hat, but I promise you I am working to try to get a variety of hats for the streams too, okay? So, those are the reward tiers. I appreciate anyone who contributes in any way, and I will give you a shout out if you do, as long as it's a positive thing, it's not an insult and stuff like that, you're abiding by the rules of the stream, etc. All right? And thank you in advance to anyone who does consider contributing. I really appreciate it. I have one gaming news story I want to talk about today before we head into shoutouts, and it's all about Activision Blizzard. We all know about the crazy shit going on with the lawsuit against them in the state of California. Well, ladies and gentlemen, in my one day off a week, their situation went from gravely bad to the devil is shoving a red hot poker up their ass levels of bad. All right? In one day, here's what happened yesterday. You got to listen to this. If you didn't follow the news, holy shit. Number one, investors in the company are now suing Activision Blizzard in a class action lawsuit, stating they would have never invested money in the company if they knew that the corporate culture was so fucked up. If they knew that there was this sexist frat boy culture, they never would have put money into it, and they feel that this company should have been responsible to actually publicly disclose that. Since they didn't, they're suing them to get their money back. Okay, that's number one. Number two, the CEO of Blizzard, the person in charge of Blizzard's wing of Activision, has resigned and put the company in charge of two other people. One person who actually just joined the company a couple years ago. He used to be one of the head guys over at Microsoft, Mike Ibarra, and someone else as well. I forget. I apologize because I didn't write down their name. So the CEO / head of Blizzard is gone. Basically just said, I'm out of here. And then the head of human resources for Blizzard has also been fired. Because apparently there's enough evidence against this person to prove that there were documented cases of this kind of terrible, abusive culture, and HR did absolutely nothing about it. That's the whole point of human resources, to take care of these issues, and apparently human resources ignored the issues and never did anything to take care of them at all. Okay? So, this all happened in one day. So, good Lord, this company is imploding. Now, of course, a lot of people are saying, oh, it's not a big deal. They have tons of money. Listen, you're right. But at the very same time, you have to understand something. This company, within the last 1 week, has completely been flipped on its head. Its stock is plummeting. All right? Management is panicking. They don't know what to do because guess what? They were just about to announce the new Call of Duty when all this shit hit. If you haven't noticed, they didn't announce the new Call of Duty. They have no idea what to do at all. They just don't know what to do at all because they think at this point, with direct competition this year of the Battlefield and Halo Infinite just had a tech test that was incredibly positive. They don't know what to do because Call of Duty is their big seller every year. That's the game that makes them insane amounts of money. And now they're terrified that if they release any information about it, the entire internet community will just destroy it and say, fuck you, you sexist, pigs. Fuck you, we're not buying your game this year, we're buying the competitors. So they haven't even talked about their new Call of Duty because of it. This, I hate to say it, if this was just the lawsuit happening, okay, that would be one thing. But in 1 week, we've had the lawsuit exposing all of the upper management of this company for doing disgusting things like the Cosby Suite at their big company events, well-documented cases of sexual harassment and issues that have happened ongoing in the company that were completely ignored by their HR. Like, there's like a million things that have all happened that are all documented. This isn't like, oh, this was a hearsay deal. This is all now coming out as fact. You would not have people stepping down within the company if this wasn't true. Okay? So, this is pretty bad. And I'm curious to hear what's going to happen moving forward. I mean, they say how the mighty have fallen. This is the company that literally every year would pump out another Call of Duty with minimal upgrades to make ridiculous amounts of money. This is the company that would pump out another fucking expansion DLC for World of Warcraft. Another, you know what I mean? And at one point, Activision Blizzard could do no wrong. But in the last few years, even outside of this controversial lawsuit, this company has been seen in a very negative light for things like the World of Warcraft, not World of Warcraft, excuse me, the Warcraft 3 re-release that was a huge botch job. And many other things. Yeah, and the other thing you got to worry about is, well, this company had a lot of projects that were in process for them. The Diablo 2 remaster is coming out in just a few months. Is that going to be affected now by this? They were working on Overwatch 2. By the way, people who sponsored Overwatch League, not people, companies who sponsored Overwatch League are dropping their sponsorships over this in droves. This isn't like, oh, it's a minor thing. This is affecting their bottom line everywhere. Game sales could be down, sponsorships could be down, everything. So, pretty grave is pretty much what I have to say. I wonder what the hell's going to happen. Will I boycott Call of Duty? I may not play it this year. I already am going to have Battlefield and Halo, so I might not need it. This may be the year to skip Call of Duty, and I might. I'm very strongly considering just skipping Call of Duty this year. I am. So, we'll see what happens. All right, let's get the shout-outs. First of all, let's do all these YouTube shout-outs. Looks like a bunch of contributions came out through YouTube here. Make sure this updates. So we start off today with Fergo becoming a standard supporter of the channel. Thank you so much, Fergo, for the membership, and that's going to jump us up to 236, which, by the way, that's the tie for the record. 236 is the most we've ever had, and we dropped one over my day off, but now we're back, so this is good. Any new memberships we get today is going to be a new record for the channel, which is really cool. Shout out to Little Crow Gaming, who did 2 different super chats during the pre-stream. Sam Lee did a super chat. Thank you very much. The Dirty Troll did a super chat. Says, could you tell us your social security number? Oh, I read that one earlier. Yes, he was in regards to everything going on. He said, tell me your social security number. Alien Xenomorph did a $5 super chat saying someone stole my likeness and is selling toys and books. Whatever. Who cares? King Wolf did a super chat and says, how does it feel on the Tushy? The chair looks comfy. The chair is comfy on the Tushy. I can tell you that as of right now, it's very thick and soft memory foam, and it feels really good right now. Now, again, it's new, right? It's a new chair. This doesn't mean that, 6 months, 2 years, 5 years down the line, this chair will feel anywhere near as good as it does right now, right? There's no guarantees. At least for now, it feels great, and, I will let you know my ongoing opinions of it as I use it more, all right? Okay, let's swap over. Tips. We start off today with Choco Boko, who tipped me $5, which is actually the biggest tip so far today, so let's get that up on the leaderboard. Let me tell you, this is actually way easier to update the leaderboards because I'm higher up now. Like I said, I can actually reach better. I can reach the keyboard and type and do stuff a lot more quickly than I used to be able to. This is good. So Choco Boko says, I get minor injuries all the time at my job, but an ear infection, I'd hate to have that, especially when my uncle calls. Sorry about your situation, Phil. Yeah, I've had, last year, no exaggeration, I think I want to say I had 4 ear infections over the course of the year. They started in, May, and then I got one in, the end of the summer, and then I got one in the early fall, and then I got one in the first week of December. But, knock on wood, I don't get any more because I haven't had one since December. Because if you guys have noticed, I don't wear the headphones constantly anymore. And the other good thing is there's a new pair of headphones coming out from Hori in October that go around your neck. You don't wear them on your ears. It's like a neck speaker. And it's compatible both with PlayStation 5 and Xbox. And I'm thinking of getting it and plugging it in. Just like I have my headphones now, I might just plug it in and use that forever. And then I never would have risk of an ear infection ever again. So we'll see. I might get that. I'm thinking about it. But anyway, yeah, good stuff. Thank you, Chocoboko, for the tip. Kyle has tipped me $2. So what are the chances of doing another Fallout 3 playthrough? I've been catching up on your New Vegas run recently, and Fallout 3 was the first game that I watched you play back in the day. I would argue that it's strong. I'm not going to do it anytime soon, especially after doing an incredibly lengthy New Vegas playthrough. But I think you guys are seeing how this version of the New Vegas playthrough has been so dramatically different from my previous ones, because now I am an interactive streamer, right? Seeing me play New Vegas this way is definitely different than the first 2 times I played it. So I guarantee you if I played Fallout 3 again, it would be very different than the first couple times that I played the game. I would be very excited to do that, but it would not happen soon considering the length that we're going through New Vegas. Maybe next year. And like I told you guys, I'm purposely saving Fallout 4 for when we get an announcement about Fallout 5. Okay? Alright. Kyle tipped another $2. Wait. No, no, actually, he tipped me another $2 and said a same thing, but with different wording? Kyle, I think you may have accidentally tipped twice $2. I appreciate that because he did word it just slightly differently, but it's exactly the same question. Thank you for the support. Both of them went through, just so you know. Excuse me. Rob Matthews just tipped me $4.20. What's up, Rob? How's it going? He says, any chance to go back to Skyward Sword? Yes. There is a chance that we will go back to Skyward Sword at some point. But I have to go along with what my viewers are asking for. And, Rob, you have to understand something. For months now, I have only been playing these remasters and remakes. Think about it. I've been playing Fallout. I've been playing the Mass Effect trilogy. Now Skyward Sword. There's been nothing new. I totally understand why the audience kind of revolted against me playing a lengthy Skyward Sword playthrough and said, what are you doing? This is the same shit again. I have 2 weeks before new releases start coming out, and I was doing another old game when I had all these unplayed games under Game Pass that I could have been doing, and I totally understand why people were basically saying, please do Game Pass stuff. So for now, no, I'm not going back to Skyward Sword. Would I consider going back to it in the future? Yes. I'm not deleting it from my Switch. I'm not, you know what I mean? Maybe what we could do is later on in the year when things calm down, after all the new releases in the fall, you know what I'm saying, like December-ish, maybe we could come back as a chill stream game and it ends up being like twice a week on late streams to continue on. Because I like the game. I actually like it without the motion controls. I think it's much better. But at the same time, I'm going with what people are telling me, and I agree that the last 2 to 3 months, outside of Resident Evil Village, the last 2 to 3 months have primarily been remakes, old games, and I totally understand why people want more new stuff that I've never done before, as opposed to stuff that I have played before is just another remake, okay? And by the way, I listen to all feedback. I understand there are some people that are upset that I played like 20-some hours of Skyward Sword and now the playthrough's on hold. I didn't know how people would react. Remember, people were actually asking me in droves to play this game earlier this year. When it was announced, people were like, oh, you're going to play it? We're excited. And then I start playing it, it's kind of like, oh my god, it's like the 5th straight old game you're playing, right? So I totally hear what people are saying. Again, I'm not completely saying I'll never play it again. I don't want people to lose hope or feel like I'm abandoning them with this playthrough, all right? But I totally hear where people are coming from, and I want to go with what people want, and I know people want new stuff, and that's what I'm going with, okay? Fair enough. Snow Carl, to me, $1.30 says, if you believe these allegations of sexual harassment and toxic culture at Blizzard, you're a massive sellout if you played another game of theirs because it will make you look like a hypocrite after talking about it so much and stating it as fact. Well, Snow Carl, here's the thing, all right? Here's the thing you got to understand. If these allegations were completely, utterly untrue, all right, if they were, would there be employees of Blizzard protesting outside the company saying, why does our company not take these issues seriously, right? Would there be management stepping down in droves from the company? Why would that be happening exactly if this stuff wasn't true? It would be one thing if the news came out and everyone at the company 100% was against. No, we're in solidarity. This stuff never happened. This is some overblown bullshit. This is a witch hunt. We completely disagree with this, and we're sticking to our guns that this didn't happen. Instead, it's the exact opposite. People in the company are coming out saying, it all happened. This is horrible that it was ignored for years and years. There's a difference between cancel culture and actual things that happen. You understand that, right? Like, cancel culture is a bunch of people who have nothing to fucking do with anything. All right? Coming out and trying to make false accusations, coming out and blowing up social media. This is shit that actually happened. It's documented. There was a fucking investigation, dude. I hate to say it, but I hate to... these people... Some people just end up being so political about everything. Anyone who's accused of anything is innocent. No, not if there's evidence. Why are the actual employees of the company protesting outside if it's fake? Can you explain that to me? Do you not think that people who work at Activision Blizzard want to keep their jobs? Right? Do you not think that they... those are good jobs. That's probably high paying. For especially for game industry. That's a big-ass company. Why do you think they want to be out there protesting? Don't you think they'd rather be inside enjoying game development? No. They're out there because there's a reason. Good Lord. I don't understand how some people don't understand the difference, man. Ugh. I just don't get it. Some people, no matter what, they want to drink the Kool-Aid, man. They can't stop. They love the Kool-Aid. I understand. I like Kool-Aid. Let me tell you something. Ecto Cooler, That shit's good. I think now they call it like Lava Blast or something. Orange Lava Blast. That shit's fire, man. I love Kool-Aid. But I don't have to drink it every possible second and say everything's a conspiracy, dude. Seriously. You gotta step down every once in a while and use some rational fucking thought, man. Anyway, let's continue. Battleship took me $1.30. Says, why is being lame cool these days? What? Why is being a square so hip, daddy-o? I don't know. I think it like everything in human culture, okay? Like everything, opinions change over time, okay? And what's cool today, in 10 years may not be cool. What was seen as uncool 10, 15, 20 years ago may become cool and then not be cool again. This happens with everything. Take a look at movies where they have fads and phases, and then they go away, then they come back. Take a look at fashion, right? Where fashion, something that was cool in the 1970s, comes back out of fucking nowhere. Now it's hip again. And it's the same thing with human nature, culture, entertainment. You know, when I was growing up, it was not cool to be a gamer. It was not. You were seen as like a nerd to be a gamer. To admit that you liked video games and stuff, all my friends and I who liked them were called nerds by the kids in school. Oh, you're not into sports? Oh, you're a nerd, man. Now it's like, it's mainstream. The biggest movies are fucking superhero movies, right? The video games are the biggest entertainment industry in the planet. Things change over time, man. Right? Let's see here. An anonymous tipper tipped me $1.30 and says, you previously said you're interested in purchasing a green screen. How about putting that on your Amazon watch list? As I've already stated, it's not possible. Let me summarize very quickly. In order to use a green screen, I would need to have a better web camera. My web camera is old and shitty. Even at 1080p quality, my webcam looks blurry. It looks like shit. So I would need to upgrade my webcam. But I can't upgrade my webcam. At my current setup, the way I'm doing stuff streaming, my CPU is going up to 80 and 90% in some cases with just the games. And the 480 webcam that I'm using, 480p. If I were to use high resolution, even on my existing webcam, it would destroy my CPU and crash my streams. I need a better setup. I need to get a different capture card that doesn't eat CPU like a hog. I need to get a more powerful PC. This PC has been running non-stop for over 7 years. Okay? Once I get a better equipment, abso-freaking-lutely, I would like to get a green screen set up behind me. You know, I'm equipped for it now. I now have all the other things around me upgraded to the point where now if we had the green screen, it would work well. Okay? But there's nothing I can do about it. With the setup I have, I need to get better equipment, and I can't do it right now. Okay? Okay. I think we got another shout out here. Shout out to Nathan Smith, who did a super chat and says, how are you and the wife? We're doing well, thank you. Here's a suggestion for your Game Pass stream. It's called Haven, a relaxing game, great for chilling out. I never heard of it. I guess I could look into it. Haven, huh? It's under Game Pass? Well, thank you, Nathan. Whoa. I hit the freaking caps lock. Thank you, Nathan, for the suggestion. I appreciate that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, unless anyone else has any last-minute questions, I think we've gotten through pre-stream. Sorry it took a little longer than usual. All right, but yeah, I had a lot to talk about today. Let's take a brief break, about 10-15 minutes tops. And when we come back, it will be Fallout New Vegas. My first ever session in the new chair. See how that goes. The captain's chair. I will lead you into gaming goodness. I will pilot us into I will pilot us into the Mojave Wasteland yet another day. All right, guys. Let's take a brief break. I'll be back shortly with New Vegas. Thanks, and see you in a few.
cause they on a fucking float. Shoot them in the face cause they on a fucking float. Shoot them in the face cause they on a fucking float. Shoot them in the face cause they on a fucking float. Thugs on the floor, we got thugs on the floor. Shoot them in the face cause they on a fucking float. Thugs on the floor, we got thugs on the floor. Shoot them in the face cause they on a fucking float. Thugs on the floor, we got thugs on the floor. Shoot them in the face cause they on a fucking float. Thugs on the floor, we got thugs on the floor. Shoot them in the face cause they on a fucking float. Shoot them in the face cause they on a fucking float. Shoot them in the face cause they on a fucking float. Shoot them in the face cause they on a fucking float. Shoot them in the face cause they on a fucking float. The rain is very heavy, heavy is the rain, just the rain has lots of mass and weight and volume. The rain is very heavy, heavy is the rain, just the rain has lots of mass and weight. The rain is very heavy, heavy is the rain, just the rain has lots of mass and weight. The rain is very heavy, heavy is the rain, just the rain has lots of mass and weight and volume. The rain is very heavy, heavy is the rain, just the rain has lots of mass and weight. The rain is very heavy, heavy is the rain, just the rain has lots of mass and weight. The rain is very heavy, heavy is the rain, just the rain has lots of mass and weight. The rain is very heavy, heavy is the rain, just the rain has lots of mass and weight and volume. The rain is very heavy, is the rain, just the rain has lots of mass and weight, 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 of mass and weight. The rain is very heavy, is the rain, just the rain has lots of mass and weight. The rain is very heavy, is the rain, just the rain has lots of mass and weight. The rain is very heavy is the rain, just the rain has lots of mass and weight. The rain is very heavy is the rain, just the rain has lots of mass and weight, mass and weight, mass and weight. The rain is very heavy is the rain, just the rain has lots of mass and weight, mass and weight, mass and weight. The rain is very heavy is the rain, just the rain has lots of mass and weight, mass and weight, mass and weight. The rain is very heavy is the rain, just the rain has lots of mass and weight, mass and weight, mass and weight. The rain is very heavy is the rain, just the rain has lots of mass and weight, mass and weight, mass and weight. The rain is very heavy is the rain, just the rain has lots of mass and weight, mass and weight, mass and weight. The rain is very heavy is the rain, just the rain has lots of mass and weight, mass and weight, mass and weight. The rain is very heavy is the rain, just the rain has lots of mass and weight, mass and weight, mass and weight. The rain is very heavy is the rain, just the rain has lots of mass and weight, mass and weight, mass and weight. The rain is very heavy is the rain, just the rain has lots of mass and weight, 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 mass and weight.
And that's the end. You don't get to find out what happened? You don't get to find out? There's no ending. You just figure it out for yourself. What the hell?
You don't know what happened, fuck you. Thank you for your $50, no ending.
And so the robot Naruto blew up. The human Naruto became an emo and depressed. And Naruto tried to make love to him, but he couldn't get it up now. And they ended the manga without any resolution to the plot lines. Oh yeah, they charged you $50 for no ending. You got fucked. You got fucked. Goodbye, Mecha Naruto. Goodbye. We loved you for 2 hours. Now we'll never see you again. Oh no. Oh yeah. This manga went on for 10 years too long. Oh yeah. But you still read that shit anyway, yeah, baby. There will be people who say that this was a good story. It was not. Oh no, this was awful. Oh, look, 5 or 6 slideshow scenes from this horrible story. Who made Mecha Naruto? Who fucking knows or cares? Yes, $50 and you don't even get a story resolution. Oh yes, Mecha Naruto, you suck. You suck. Why do you exist? You suck so hard. Please burn in hell, Mecha Naruto. Please, and whoever wrote this plot, you should also suck a fat one, yeah. Screw you. Screw you. Shonen Jump, screw you. And the developers of the game, screw you too. Yes, you paid so much money to play this game, it sucks. Yes, it sucks. $50, no ending, fuck you. Yes, fuck you. Oh yeah, baby. And now, please play the online mode, which had minor tweaks and a couple new characters for $50. Oh yes. Enjoy your filler game for $50. $50. You could have rolled it and smoked it. You could have got drunk or got a really cheap hooker to do all kinds of things to you. Instead you bought Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm Revolution. Ah, shame on you. Shame on you. Oh, there are homeless people in the world who are starving. All they want is a ham sandwich, but instead you bought this game. Fuck you. Oh. Okay, I can't take it. I can't take it anymore. Enough. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Ride balloons now. Ride those balloons now. You know you want to do it, Diddy. It ain't gonna be very pretty, but you'll beat the stage and you will survive. You will not singe your monkey hide. Come on. Come on. Come on. Yeah. 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 Here we go now. Here we go now. Diddy Kong now in the house. Diddy Kong now in the house. Diddy Kong. All right. All right, this is my very first match of the official release of Doom 2016. You know, have to make that clear. The shotgun is ridiculously overpowered. Fucking shotgun, man. It's such a noob gun, too. Noobs with shotguns. Drop the beat. Noobs with shotguns. What the fuck? Oh, look, another shotgun. Noobs with shotguns. Another shotgun dead. Noobs with shotguns. Again, a shotgun. What a surprise. Noobs with shotguns. Fucking shotgun that, motherfucker. Double kill. I love it. Don't call it a comeback. Back. Triple kill. Damn. Combat tested, Doom guy approved. Double kill. I love it. Don't call it a comeback. Back. Triple kill. Damn. Combat tested, Doom guy approved. Exploded. He exploded too. Exploded. He exploded too. Exploded. He exploded too. www. Exploded. He exploded too. Exploded. He exploded too. Exploded. He exploded too. www. Noobs with shotguns. What the fuck? Oh, look, another shotgun. Noobs with shotguns. Another shotgun dead. Noobs with shotguns. Again, a shotgun. What a surprise. Noobs with shotguns. Fucking shotgun that, motherfucker. 7 kills, baby. That's awesome. That was so sick. That's awesome. That was so sick. Super shotty. Take that shit. 7 kills, baby. That's awesome. That was so sick. That's awesome. That was so sick. Super shotty. Take that shit. He exploded. He exploded too. Exploded. He exploded too. Exploded. He exploded too. www. Exploded. He exploded too. Exploded. He exploded too. Exploded. He exploded too. www. Noobs with shotguns. What the fuck? Oh, look, another shotgun. Noobs with shotguns. Another shotgun dead. Noobs with shotguns. Again, a shotgun. What a surprise. Noobs with shotguns. Fucking shotgun that, motherfucker. Noobs with shotguns. Noobs with shotguns. Oh shit! Oh my god, that was amazing! It's like a hurricane here in Darkburg. Don't you try to save your game, you'll lose your progress. A crippling game bug. What the fuck were we thinking? DuckTales, woo! Replay entire portions of the game now, DuckTales, woo! Oops, we fucked up, didn't test it enough, DuckTales. It's frustrating replaying stages. We never fixed it after ages. Our testers sat on their asses, DuckTales. Woohoo! Maybe next time we'll actually do our jobs, DuckTales. Woohoo! No, you fucking waste your time playing Transylvania. Woohoo! Oh, do. Fuck you, Phil. Just replay the stage now, DuckTales. Fuck you! Hitboxes are not correct. Not correct for spikes. Oh no. Hit what the hell? I don't know what to do now. Oh boy. Hitboxes are not correct. They are not correct for spikes. Those hitboxes, they are not correct. They're not correct for spikes. And Miyamoto, you suck. You are down on your luck. You're a stupid shit fuck. What the hell you fucked up? How you must have paid the price, cause you are not so nice. Ah, come on. Ah. All right, guys, I'm back from break, getting set up here. Funniest thing just happened. So with this new chair, all right, everything in my office is positioned completely differently. This table that used to be one spot is now further towards the door. Everything's kind of repositioned. And I come in, I didn't know. I opened the door, I crash into the table. The table threw all the shit onto the chair and onto the floor. Just a big mess, all falling over. I was like, oh man, this is definitely something new I got to get used to. You know, it's going to be an adjustment to get used to the stuff the way that it is right now. So, all right, are we ready to get started? Let's boot her up. Now, I don't know, like I said, my headphones are over here. I don't know how well I'm going to be able to hear the game with it like that. I might reposition. Like, I might actually move this further closer here. The thing is, like, this is fine, but then if I want to extend this to relax my legs later, okay, it fits if I do it like that. There we go. And then I can rotate. Yeah, see, I can rotate a little bit like that. That's not bad. That works. So now my legs are actually extended out, and I can relax my legs if I want. I'm not going to start off like that, but okay. What I need to do is find the proper positioning for everything with this new chair so I'm not knocking into shit. Okay. Am I going to do the Arcade Ganyan? The Arcade Ganyan Companion Quest? Possibly yes. That's one of the ones, like I said, I have the listing here of how to do all the different companion quests. And I think today our goal is to try to do as many as we can. We'll start off with Eddie. We'll do that one. And then we'll continue on with all the other followers that we have. Because at this point, I think we're far enough in the game that we can actually do them all. I'm pretty sure. That's right. Gray Fox says, you now have to retrain your muscle memory. It happens to me when I get new furniture. Yeah, I have to get used to where everything is positioned now so I'm not clobbering shit on the way in and out and everything. No, we don't have cash yet with Dre Day. Reason being, to get cash, we need to have a speech or barter check. I'm never going to have the speech check. That's not my build, but we're working on barter. So over the course of doing more questing, we may be able to actually get enough so that we get the barter check and we can recruit Cass and do her missions too. Okay? All right, fair enough. Everyone ready to start? Daggy Swerve, yeah, I hear you. He says, I love the new chair. Next step is the gaming PC. Yeah, you know, that really is the next step, because once I get a new PC, it doesn't have to be a gaming PC. It just has to be a PC that's better for streaming and capturing it at, you know, higher quality, and the CPU isn't maxing out constantly. Once I get that, then I can upgrade things like the webcam, put a green screen behind me. There's room right now. Abso-freaking-lutely, there's room for a green screen now. Now that I'm in a normal chair, there's about, I would argue, about 1.5 foot to, you know, maybe 2 feet of space behind me in the wall. So I absolutely could put a green screen behind me, but I can't do it now. My computer wouldn't be able to handle it. So, the chair being able to turn is wonders for my night. The other chair could turn too. The thing is, the black chair really didn't have much maneuverability, because of the kind of chair it was. I'm actually taking a look right now at how much space. I'm just curious. I've never done this before. If I if I spin, I have like no room because of the table there. But you know, see, I do. I have free room to spin and maneuver with this chair. Absolutely, I do. Now I can really call it the office. Why? Because it has a real. Because I have a real professional, long-term like office chair. This has always been the office. This has always been my workspace. So
What's up?
that's cool. They walk around and talk to each other. That's pretty neat. I like that they walk around and have conversations with each other. Can the new laptop handle streaming? No, it doesn't even have a capture device. I'd have to buy all new equipment for the laptop. The laptop is not for streaming. The laptop is a base level laptop to do basic things. That's the whole reason I needed it. What I do with the old chair, I just moved it into another room for now. What are you gonna do? It's an old chair. It's worn out. My wife's like, oh, maybe I'll use it, you know, for me to, when I do stuff in the room. I'm like, hey, you can have it if you want. It's up to you. Okay. Are we ready? Are we ready to start? All right, let's start.